hey, I'm not doing the debate.
Right. He claimed that this week.
Right. So we had a debate Thursday. All right. On Tuesday, Trump announced he's not going to do the Fox News debate. And all hell broke loose this week. And here's the reason why. Megyn Kelly, who everybody seems to have forgotten that there was a big controversy during the first debate.
Correct.
And do you have a soundbite from that or no?
I don't.
Okay. So basically what happened was the very first question to Donald Trump was from Megyn Kelly. And Megyn Kelly asked him a question that he thought was unfair. I didn't have a problem with the actual question. The problem I had with it was that it was coming from Megyn Kelly, and the way she asked it, the tone in her voice, and just all of the above, made it sound like she was validating the Democrats' lie about the war on women that the Republicans allegedly are engaging in.
Okay.
And it's a big lie.
Right.
So he thought it was unfair, and I may disagree with the unfairness of the question to him, because it is true that he said some colorful things about women.
Sure.
But just the way she asked it just sounded like she was validating.
It was
So I was upset with the fact that it came from her. If Fox News found it necessary to question him about his treatment of women in the past, it probably should have come from another man, because it just didn't sound right coming from Megyn. It just really didn't. It was like, you do hate us because I'm a woman. You know, that's just what it sounded like, and it shouldn't have been presented like that. So anyway, I think Trump actually, before he answered the question, said, I think that was really nasty, and I don't think I'm going to be, I've been nice to you in the past, you've been nice to me, but I don't think I'm going to be nice to you anymore. That's pretty much what Trump said. And from that point on, the gloves were off between Megyn Kelly and Trump. It was so upsetting to Megyn Kelly. That week, Fox News gave her like an entire week of vacation.
Right.
So she was given paid leave for an entire week so she could cry herself to sleep every night. That's what happened that week.
Right.
And Trump kept on, saying, she's nasty, she's a bad person. He retweeted, by the way, there's lies out there, lots of lies, saying that he wrote that she was a bimbo in a tweet.
Right.
Turns out all he did was retweet somebody else saying she's a bimbo. And everybody who's ever used Twitter knows that retweeting somebody else's tweet does not mean that that's what you agree with or that's the word you would choose. Everybody knows that. That is Twitter etiquette. If Brian says, I hate Cruz, and I retweet that, I'm retweeting that Brian hates Cruz.
It doesn't mean
that I hate Cruz. Right. I mean, Michael Moore could say, you know what, Republicans are a bunch of white racists.
And so you retweet
If I retweet that, what I'm really doing is exposing how ridiculous he is. Now, if somebody reads that and says, oh, look at Kerry, he agrees with Mike Moore, everybody knows that's not how it works.
I think I've got the original soundbite, and the reason why I try to dig this up is because I think it's very, very important.
Is this the original question?
I think it is.
All right.
I think it's very important because of the wording that she uses and the way that Trump comes back.
And the tone. Yeah.
So let's say, cross your fingers.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
And that might be absolutely true. I don't know, because she just gave a list of fat pigs, slobs, all this stuff
of women.
She made it sound like, and I don't know, she may be right. I don't know. I just don't have the data in front of me. She made it sound like he's done this to multiple women multiple times. That's what she made it sound like.
Well, and every woman, he is the war. He is personally the war on women.
And if he just said that about Rosie O'Donnell, what does that mean that he treats women badly, or does he just treat Rosie O'Donnell badly?
Because Rosie O'Donnell fits the shoe. Wear it.
And she deserves it.
Right.
It wasn't. Your Twitter account...
Oh, she's getting upset now.
She's grimacing. She's
For the
grimacing.
record, it was well beyond Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes.
Your Twitter account has several disparaging comments about women's looks. You once told a contestant on Celebrity Apprentice it would be a pretty picture to see her on her knees.
Okay, I want to stop right there.
I want to hear Brian's opinion on that because it is true.
It's not my opinion. It's what the girl said.
Okay.
They interviewed the girl after this went down, and she said, "No, I was begging him to keep me," type of thing.
Right.
I was going to go on my knees to plead with him, and that was completely taken out of context. And the girl said there was nothing sexual about that whatsoever.
When you hear the soundbite, and it may be taken out of context, it does sound very sexual, but it may be taken out of context, though.
Yeah, blood was shooting out of her eyes and wherever.
Right. Well, that was clearly did not sound like what he meant by wherever was her menstruating. That does not. I never.
No, but that's what the media ran with.
Right, but when he said, I think you would look really good on your knees.
But he didn't say it like a creepy old pedophile grandpa.
Okay.
He did, hey, please, knees. Yeah, looking good.
Well, why don't you go ahead and get down on your knees?
No, it doesn't. No, it wasn't like it was on a show.
Yeah,
and
right.
if this is on a nationwide televised show, huge show, The Apprentice. If it was originally seen as that, we would all know this. Nobody knew this. Nobody ever knew this statement until Megyn Kelly brought it up.
Dug it up. Yeah, right.
Does that sound to you like the temperament of a man we should elect as president? And how will you answer the charge from Hillary Clinton, who is likely to be the Democratic nominee, that you are part of the war on women?
I think the big...
How are you going to answer Hillary Clinton that you are part of the war on women? She just accused him of being a part of the war on women.
For the most part, I mean, she.
Her wording is so... The wording,
How are you going to answer Hillary Clinton's accusations that you're part of the war on women? So she did kind of skirt it off onto Hillary, but it just, Republicans know, they know deep down in their hearts that the war on women is a huge fraud. Almost, it's up there with global warming.
Huge
fraud. It's a huge lie. Huge lie. And it irritates Republicans to be lied about.
Right.
And for her to even give off the feeling that there's any kind of validation of this lie about them is infuriating.
Oh, just like the whole lie about the Tea Party. I'm clearly infuriated by that because we had a special thing going.
Right. So for her to go down this road, she had to know this was coming.
Right.
So, okay. So we got the sound. Do we need to hear his response? It's not even really that important. The main thing is so she ended up, you know why she ended up having to take off? You know what really flustered her more than anything?
Oh, the audience.
The audience. When the audience booed her questioning and cheered him, you should see the look on her face. Go and watch this clip.
She was grimacing.
She's always been able to handle anything. She could not handle the crowd at that debate. Now, that being said, she clearly cried to Fox News.
Right.
And Roger Ailes.
Right.
So he gave her a full week's paid vacation, and she disappeared for a whole week while she cried herself to sleep every night. And when she returned, she was like, you know what? I can't get mad. I've got to get even. And so she spent months.
Roger Ailes came to her and said, here you go, honey. Here you go. Get up off your knees. Come here. Dry your eyes.
Get up off your knees. What do you mean? What?
But she was crying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, could be taken out of context.
That wasn't creepy, was it? Oh.
That wasn't creepy.
All right, so anyway.
So he brings her in the office, dries her eyes, and say, here's what we're going to do. The RNC has just called me. The head of the GOP has called me, given me the green light to go ahead and take him out at the knees. You're going to be part of that. You're going to get him back.
No, you're going to be the point woman.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be the point man.
You're going to be the hero of this entire election by helping us.
You're going to be the Candy Crowley of Fox
Yes!
News.
Yes!
For those of you that don't know, I'm sure there's some millennials that might be listening. Candy Crowley is the reason Obama won the his second election.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because she was the moderator in the second debate that told teamed up with Barack Obama to take out Mitt Romney. They teamed up. When Barack Obama was up against the ropes, out on his feet, about to go down for the 10 count, Candy Crowley came in and sucker punched Mitt Romney.
From the side, yes. He did
Completely
blindside
with a bat.
He had such no idea what was going on.
He was like,
Mitt
what?
Romney was like, did that just happen?
He didn't know what he said that after the debate was over. Did that just happened?
Weeks later, after he lost the presidential, at the end of the 1st of February, he looked around and he said, "Did that just happen?"
Yeah, and Candy Crowley was completely lying.
Oh, she's the hero.
She had to lie in order to bail him out, and the bailout was a lie.
Right.
She presented it as fact, like, oh well, Barack Obama is actually saying the truth. No. You're lying. Yes. You're actually lying. So anyway, so what Brian's saying here is that Megyn Kelly is going to be the Candy Crowley. Candy Crowley. She's going to be the Candy Crowley of Fox News.
Right. She currently is.
So she did. She came out and on a daily basis was bashing Trump. So guess what happens? Here comes a couple months later. 5 months? It was 7.
No, that went down in August, and so this thing with National Review just went down.
5 months.
Okay,
or 5? Yeah, a long time. So back in August, this happened. Now this week, this last Thursday, the second Fox News debate's going to happen. So guess what? No, there was a Fox News debate, then a Fox Business News debate.
Oh, right.
Then this is the second Fox News debate. The third overall. So anyway, come to find out, we're going to make Megyn Kelly, the point woman, moderator of this debate, knowing full well the huge conflict of interest of the fact that she wants to take one of the candidates out. So Trump realizing, whoa, this is totally not the way things should be done. I'm not going to get Candy Crowley'd up here. He comes out on Tuesday and says, if you guys don't get rid of Megyn Kelly, I'm not coming to the debate.
Okay. Now, just before that announcement on Tuesday, last week when we reported, she got together with National Review, and we played the sound clip on the last show, with her and National Review bashing Trump, going all out on Trump.
And that was like the final straw then.
And Trump was like, this is a dying paper. Oh, I'm done. I'm done with y'all. And, hold on, Roger Ailes and Fox News came out with an awful childish tweet. It was a statement. I got it in a stack of stuff. We'll get to it in a second once I start looking for it. But they went on a little rant bashing Trump. Fox News did. The head of Fox News bashed Trump with their tweets, and they said it's satire.
What?
Fox News said,
are you sure it wasn't Saturday Night Live?
They were acting like it.
That's so unprofessional.
Yes!
And they're going to be doing a debate and then having the point woman as the moderator. This is the point woman for the Destroy Trump campaign.
Right.
So Trump, realizing, okay, that's the last straw, goes to Fox and says, listen, you either get rid of her or I'm not coming. They said, no, you don't get to choose who gets to moderate your debate. You don't get to choose your journalist. Right. And you are not going to have an influence over the journalistic integrity of our news network. Well, let me tell you something. They've already destroyed their own journalistic news worthiness and integrity. In fact, to call her a journalist at this point is a mockery of the profession of journalism.
Right. No.
So he was in the right in that position. They're in the wrong by not attempting to do any to do this fairly. On top of that, this was really bad. And this is a black eye for Cruz. I don't care what anybody says out there.